Ah, so you're back for some more crazy, huh?
Well, my name's Sean, and if you landed here, you're watching Scar My Guitar. Alright, before we get into this video, I just want to tell you, I'm tired of believing everything everybody's ever told me about guitars. I'm tired of making the same old guitars. I'm tired of having to stick to some magical curriculum that you have to have when you're building something. Well, it appears to me this little guy right here might have ruffled a few feathers. And a couple other things I said, I'm sure. And I never claimed to be right, guys. I'm just saying it's my experience. I mean, what do I know? It's not like I've ever made any guitars or anything. I surely have no experience at this. Most of the stuff you hear guys talking about, they heard from somebody. Or some long-time mystical great guitar builder told them. But seriously, there's a couple of things wrong with this. It's gonna make it not work over time. And today we're gonna fix it. Now this is Padauk and it's a really hard wood. Well, let's say 10 years down the road. What's gonna happen with those screws right there? We're not talking about a couple of weeks from now, a couple months from now. Are they gonna dig down in the wood? We're talking 10, 15 years from now. What's gonna happen to the screws? I also believe if I make the platform a little thicker, I can drill the holes for the strings through and then up. So they come right up underneath the saddles and have more support from the wood to hold them down. You understand? Almost like a string through the body kind of thing. You know what I mean? Put some little ferrules back here maybe. I know I made the last one by hand, but I wanted to try to make this one with the CNC so they could be exactly the same every single time I make them. If you were paying attention, you saw what I did. I modified a neck plate and I put a piece under the saddles so those screws won't dig into the wood anymore. It's a whole lot thicker than the first one I made, and it's really nice and tight. There'll be nothing rattling around in there. Remember I said I wanted to clean the back up by putting some little ferrules where the strings go through. And the holes are screwed in an angle so they come right up underneath where they need to in the saddle. Okay, fast forward to the future. This is the one I made just now you just saw. Well, I got to thinking, this one's really not right either. It's a little too thick, and the strings don't really come up the way they needed to. So I revised it a little bit. And wait till you see this guy. Okay, so I got half the saddles in and half the saddles out so you can see exactly how this thing's going to work. Now I cut a little piece of sheet metal there and epoxied it in. But the cool thing is that the holes for the strings, if you see them, they're right there. They come directly out underneath the saddle. Watch this. Look. You see that? Now that is what I call cool. So we're going to be putting this guy on the guitar in the next video. You're going to get to hear how it sounds. Boy, I can't wait. Can you? But until then, I guess you know, don't you touch my Scar guitar.